So, dub poet Gilbert is in the house with Koolbreeze at Radioregent. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. My name is Ephraim Gilbert, formerly known as Zikra Niga Shakanai I Tafari. Zikra is autobiography. Niga's Black, Shakanai's Manifestation, I is One, and Tafari's Anciency. I'm a Black ancient autobiographer.
Yes, welcome. Happy to have you here at Radioregent in this day with bassman Ian, Skanka Rock Roots, and the studio is full with Diva D. Tell me something about dub poetry that let's say for instance, a lot of the public don't know. What is dub poetry and what's it do?
Well, poetry is a creative thought from your inner subconscious mind. You have to be on target with what's going on and spiritually motivated to be lyrical in poetry. Because poetry is basically what you're putting out there right now is what is in front of you. Most of the things are what the public or the system trying hard not to make you see. So poetry sort of bring out that creativeness inside of you and, sharing it with the people.
Right.
There,
What inspired you to do poetry?
Well, I spent 6 years in the military back home. My last 3 years I bought myself a Schofield Study Reference Bible. It took me 3 years and 6 months to read out the Bible a chapter a day. And while through going the Bible, I realized, well, this must have been the gift that I get for being so faithful for reading the Bible straight. Because after I finished reading the Bible, bam, Hurricane Gilbert. So, so I hit that.
I like that. It's coming nice and handy there for you.
Oh yeah, it was really a revealment of what's going on to me at that time.
Because I remember 2 years ago I was on the card with a bunch of musicians at the Scarborough Festival. Ian was there. We had all various mosaic of music on that card. And when I heard your poetry, I was blown away, man. I go, wow, I've never heard anything quite like this. And I said to Ian, when I land the show, I used to go on the Air Candy show, and I sort of rolled off that. And when I landed my show, I said, I gotta get you guys down at the studio. So actually, you're the first guest on my show. As the other guests I brought on Air Candy show, so you're the first guest on the Koolbreeze experience. Now, how would you inspire the young generation today to get into the dub poetry?
Well, number one, you got to educate yourself. You have to read a lot. Because as I stated in the beginning of my poem, the power of a good mind is positive thinking. So you have to be thinking positive. You have to be thinking out of the box. In other words, And with that creativity, you have to be focused. Too, And what you're gonna have to do, write down every thought. If you write down every positive thought, someday you can put all of those thoughts together and either make a poem, write a song. I do that.
Everything locked in.
Yeah, everything locked in.
Now,
and it's all coming from your subconscious mind.
I saw you have a portfolio here in the studio. Now I've got to ask you, all these good works you have in that thing locked up, you have this thing recorded, copyrighted, because you know how piracy is today with music. People take your stuff and they sing it and will do it and make money. And how do you prove that in court?
Well, my work is for everyone still.
All right.
If a man want to take it and learn something from it, I feel some can put it out there better than me, that someone can grasp what's going on. Because this is the time of intellectual motivation and spiritual vibes. If a guy want to take my work and put it out there and make other people listening, go ahead. The work is free.
Right. I get you. I like that.
It's free.
It's a earthly thing.
Everything. Even if I'm gone, the work gonna be still here.
How do you want to see yourself after all is said and done with dub poetry? How would you like to be remembered?
Well, I'd like to be remembered for my work because I put real hard work. I came in from work like 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock I'm still up. I'm reading. I've got my own library. I have 585 books I've been writing. I've got 100 poems or 48 prayers. I just finished writing a book that took me 5 years entitled A Wind of My Thoughts. I promise I'll come back and read few chapters from it, you guys.
Right.
You know, but there's a lot of work out there that I have, and I would like to share with the public, because we need to be conscious.
Right.
The word thinking out of the box is not to be taken literally.
Okay.
We should try and see if we can know the things that the system has not taught us. You know, because that's what keeping you alive, right? The things that they don't teach us. Because the things that they teach us is not what it really is.
Right.
You know.
I hear poetry intertwined with the music.
Well, poetry is music still.
Right.
You know, but I like live performance.
Right.
That's my thing.
Gotcha.
But then there and then, without the music, it make you more attentive.
Okay.
It doesn't take that sense of focus off you when it's done without music. But I like doing poetry with music. I have a few poems that I do with music.
It's a beautiful marriage.
And I would say that.
Yeah.
And I like doing it just raw, because poetry is poetry, and poetry is supposed to be raw.
And nothing flows better when it comes out of your soul naturally.
Straight up, you know?
Straight up,
Yeah.
I hear that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so happy to have you, the whole bunch of artists down here. I've always wanted a dub poet in the studio, because, you know, you do primarily musicians, but I want to diversify the portfolio.
Okay.
Musicians, drummers. I have drummers coming the end of the month. I have all kinds. We have storytellers with great stories, and the whole mix. And I'm going to turn it over to DVD, but you stay right here, and we're going to continue the interview. Thank you so much.
This is from my prior book. I just read from the poetry book. I'll be reading. This is Prayer 26 from the Zika manuscript. It's entitled "He Talks with His Creator." This is God and man reasoning. God said, "What thou seest?" And man answered, "I see man." And God said, "That too art thou. If thou see man, thou see God. And if thou see God, thou art God. Remember, I said, let us make man in our image. Ye are gods of the earth." Then man said, "O God, I realize that I too is a God. I know that I can give only what I have. From this time forward, I am going to have a wholesome, reverent, and deep respect for my real self. I am now an expression of God, and God hath need of me. From this time forward, I honor, respect, and salute the divinity in all my associates and to everyone everywhere. I know all the self of every person. I am one with the infinite. I will have a good memory, and it will constantly remind me to stay in tune with my subconscious mind. Within the mind, there is peace and harmony. I will always be alert with my spiritual senses. I will not go over the edge of sin, for the serpent waited there for me, and his intention is to kill. The light is sweet and pleasant. When I behold the sun, my eyes rejoice. And God said, now that thou knowest the divine order, thou shalt abide by it. And man said, O God, the divine orders are before me, and it is clear to read and understand. And God said, I will make it clear unto all. Religion is to comfort the troubled, and it also trouble the comfort. I share everything with you. Remember, I said, ye are gods. And man said, Lord, it has come to my knowledge that religion is an umbrella that we gather under to represent ourselves to you. And God said, I have visited thee twice, and thou acknowledge me not. Now I bring myself unto thee to save thee, that this dispensation to come thou wilt be with me again. I will reveal to you how I made thee. From the depths of the earth I made man flesh. From the brightness of the sun I made their eyes. From the dew of heaven I made man blood, and from the stones I made their bones. The veins I made from grass, his soul I made from the wind. For the flesh I had to man hearing, for the eyes I gave him sight. For the blood I gave man taste, and endurance I gave to the bones. The veins I gave for touching, the soul I gave for smell, and intelligence is for enjoyment. And man said, Blessed be the name of God forever and ever. for wisdom and might is in thine hand. I thank thee and worship thee, O God of our fathers. And God said, Go, there is no death, for life was not born and will never die. Life is eternal and love is immortal. Life cannot be blown away. Fire cannot burn it to ash. Water cannot wash it away. It is like unto faith, which is an evidence of things not seen. And man said, Lord, permit me to reason with thee a while longer. I now understand that life is that existence that is given to man to live for a purpose, to his own satisfaction and pleasure, providing he forgets not the God that creates him, and who expect a spiritual obedience and observation of the moral laws that he is inspired. And God said, Now I will make a covenant with thee. I will be with thee throughout all generation, watching and guiding over you forever and ever. Jah, Rastafari, Selassie, Almighty God.
Amen. I mean, he touched a few commandments, and yeah, I think that was pretty powerful. We should also give thanks to God that we are in His image, and we bring our gifts to Radio Regent today. And I thank Mr. Gilbert for stopping by. I'm going to turn it back over to Koolbreeze because he's itching to get back to the music. You know how he is. Impatient, but he's got it all locked down. So this is your girl Diva D, turning it back over to Koolbreeze, and you're listening to the Koolbreeze Experience.